Jamaican dancehall artist Rygin King, real name Mathew Smith, arrested in New York on weapons possessions charge.
Yeah, this is every time when I'm reaching out to Deeproots, Steve, ever done it. Lift up your head and no lead up, we know that we win the blood. Deeproots, Steve.
Greetings in the name of the Most High, Emperor Haile Selassie I the First and Empress Menen the Balance. Ladies and gentlemen, you know it's Rastafari Soldier of Deeproots TV. Thank you for tuning in to the Rastaman channel, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking right now, Jamaican dancehall artist Rygin King, his wife, and 4 other men were arrested in New York on illegal weapons possession. A dancehall star, Rygin King, whose real name is Mathew Smith, and his wife, Ellen Parker Smith, were among those arrested in New York on multiple weapon possession charges early Monday morning. King was in front passenger seat of the vehicle when it was stopped by police. He was found with a loaded Palmetto State Armory 9mm firearm. The Deputy Commissioner of Public Information Office of New York, 113th Precinct, told the newspaper. They confirmed that the Tuff singer was arrested by the precinct in midnight public state team at 4:30 a.m. on July 8 at 170 C and 114 Road. Those crossings are famous for anyone that knows New York. He was slapped with 5 charges, including criminal possession of a weapon, including second degree, which means that the firearm was loaded, criminal possessions of a weapon in the third degree, an ammo clip, possession of ammunition, feeding device, and criminal possession of weapon in fourth degree. For those who know, the state law in New York is illegal to possess a firearm. It's a Democrat-run state. 5 other persons were also hit with similar charges. There are Elaine Parker Smith, 41, Kemore Palmer, 30, Derol Tate, 30, Rashoon Linton, 27, and the driver, Javon Brown, 23. The driver of the vehicle was also hit with additional charges of a vehicle and license violation, false impersonation, and an illegal signal, the officer in the DCPI unit said. The 113th Precinct announced the recovery of the weapon in a Twitter post on Tuesday. Yesterday, 113th Precinct Midnight Police Safety Team made an arrest and recovered this loaded firearm. Excellent work. Hashtag one less gun, they wrote. King's first court appearance is scheduled for Friday, July 12th at 9 a.m. in the Queen's Supreme Court, the Criminal Division. He is reported to be represented by a court-appointed attorney, Mark B. Lakend. In New York, the top charge for criminal possession of a loaded firearm carries a minimum sentence of 3.5 years in prison for the first-time offender, with a maximum of 15 years. In 2020, Rygin King faced a life-altering incident in the district of Westmoreland in Jamaica. While traveling with his entourage, 2 men opened fire on the group. His manager's wife, Shasha Lee Blackwood, was tragically killed, and King, who chased into the ditch, was shot 3 times. He spent several weeks in a medical facility undergoing critical surgery. Now bound to a wheelchair, He left Jamaica in 2021 for orthopedic consultation and therapy in the US, and him never waste no time. Him name a call up and him visit downtown. I'm talking about downtown Queens. In the lockup, King's experience inspired his debut album Therapy 2022, featuring tracks like Therapy Circumstances and Broken. His sophomore album Recovery 2024 contributed to his recovery. Continue with the theme Recovery, Firm and Hurting. It appears that Rygin King lose him crown, because here he is in New York and everyone sympathized with the tragedy that was bestowed upon him. We don't know if I feel him fault or not. But me I tell you, where there's smoke, there usually is fire. It's not coincidental that the Rygin King got bullet coming from Westmoreland Funeral. And here he is in the United States of America. And if him want have strapping, he's dumb enough to in a Democrat state, a state that restrict your Second Amendment in America, the right to bear arms. I understand how Rygin King feel, because for someone of Jamaican background to target you coming from a funeral, fatally injuring your wife, and also I've seen different social media posts where Rygin King appear to shy away about talking about the incident. So apparently the incident has traumatized Rygin King. But right now in a New York, them now ramp with the toolie, Rygin. If you want to have your strapping and you're there foreign, you want the state like Florida, where you can be out there with your toolie chilling upon the corridor. You want the state like Texas. You guarantee when a boy this him get him head boss. You have legal carrying rights in those states. But for you to get caught up with the toolie in a New York, really, you must be a foley. Hopefully it wasn't on his body and somebody in the car could play gaddy and take the charge. But from the article, what the article stated is that he was slapped with these charges. 5 charges, including criminal possessions of a weapon in the 2nd degree, meaning that the weapon was loaded. Criminal possession of a weapon in the 3rd degree. And a 3rd degree criminal weapon means that you have a ammo clip, possession of an ammo feeding device, and a criminal possession of a weapon in the 4th degree. So it seems like him have more than one clip. On a seat in the picture, Rygin King is beloved by Jamaicans. His voice, his tone, his lyrics, in meditation, the tragic situation that occurred him traveling from Westmoreland. So many people have reached out to Rygin King in a solidarity, showing sympathy for the situation that was bestowed up on this young man and talented Jamaican. But in this situation, the item have to think different. Like the saying go, you can take the Jamaica out of Jamaican, but you cannot take the Jamaica out of the Jamaican. You can take a man out of the situation of the terrible third world mentality and the carnage that has bestowed up on the population, especially the male population, the self-hatred that has been shown and demonstrated by the targeting of our own brothers and sisters. But when you move to another country, you have to make sure you familiarize yourself with the legal legislation, because in a New York, anybody where you say where they told it, them have to have a certain license I know like Florida or Texas, Rygin me overstand so you need some thugs around you because there were some bugs around you. Because it's obvious that your friends targeted you. Story deep. Me all I hear say your own a totally wet up your feet. Make right now you're in a wheelchair and can't even creep. It's a shame that when a black man have his life threatened or feel that there's a threat, he have no where to run to, have no hope nor no trust in the legal system to know that his safety is protected like others. Here you have a talented artist, Rygin King, real name Mathew Smith, targeted by his own brothers in his country. Killed his wife. Injured him where he is paralyzed and in a chair. And he flee for therapy and is working through his recovery and still feel the threat. But again, like I said, you can take the Jamaican out of Jamaica, but you can't take the Jamaica out of the Jamaican. We have many artists, i.e. Vibes Cartel, i.e. Jacure, i.e. Ninja Man. Many artists that have lived by the gun. And he is being betrayed by the gun. Daughters, mothers, fathers, son. There must be a different way that we can solve our dispute instead of picking up the gun. Because one thing I know the gun do is take the life of beautiful daughters and sons. Mothers and fathers experience a tragedy that no parent should experience, burying a child. Ladies and gentlemen, I know I spoke for a while, but I, man, pleading for my brothers. My brothers, because my brothers are the one that's creating carnage across the world in communities that are predominantly melanated, that are predominantly tan-skinned people. It's the men that are using the killing machine of the European, the gun, to destroy families, friends, and innocent bystanders. Leave your comment on this one, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know if you fault Rygin King for putting himself in this situation, or do you understand the trauma that the youth, Mathew Smith, Rygin King, must be going through to know that the people of his country tried slewing him, succeeded in slewing his wife, coming from a tragic situation, which is a funeral of a friend of his. And now he have, escaped the environment of tyranny by his own people. Find himself in New York again in a large diaspora of his own people. And feeling the need to pick up the same thing that took his wife's life and almost took his and rendered him crippled. And now he's caught up in the state of New York, charged with five charges, ladies and gentlemen. Because they're saying that Rygin King right now was driving in a vehicle with other people, 5 other persons, and they were also hit with similar charges. He was slapped with 5 charges, including criminal possession of a weapon, which is a 2nd degree, a loaded firearm, criminal possession of weapon, 3rd degree, ammo clip, possession of ammo, feeding device, and criminal possession of a weapon, and 4th degree. These are felony charges. The 5 others were also hit with similar charges. His wife, Elaine Parker Smith, 41-year-old, Kenmore Palmer, 30, Deral Tate, 30, Rashawn Linton, 27, and the youngest one, Javon Brown, only 23. So one of them people here have to go take the weapons charge, other than that Rygin King are going to have a sad recovery. Because this charge right here carry up to 15 years, excuse me. A minimum of 3.5 years in a prison. Jaja. Ladies and gentlemen, leave your comment on this one. I'm Rastafari Soldier here of Deeproots TV, reporting live from the studio. Dancehall artist Rygin King, real name Mathew Smith, arrested with 5 others in New York on weapons and ammunition charge. A joke thing this to blouse and skirt. Joke thing this.
Yes, sir, you don't know. I and I some culture bigging up Deeproots TV. Big up Deeproots TV. Shout out Deeproots